Today we're going to make a shark craft. For today's craft, you are going to need some scissors, a pencil, some glue. I'm using a black marker. You can use a marker or a pencil crayon or a crayon. Either one of them works. I'm using a little bit of white paper, some red paper, and here I have some blue. Now the blue is for the actual main part of our craft, so you don't have to use blue. You can see on this one here, I used a light blue. Today I'm using a darker blue. You can choose whatever color you would like. So go ahead, grab your materials and we will get started. I'm choosing my main piece of paper first, and I have to decide what size I want my shark to be. So this shark is this large, so I have cut a square that's this big. You can see it's about this much of my paper, so a small portion of it. If you want a larger shark, you'd make your square larger. Smaller shark, you'd make your square smaller. What I'll do is just make it a little bit smaller today, just to show you that you can make it smaller. And you want a square, about a square shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. So if you have a ruler, you can use that. What I like to do is just kind of take my pencil and decide, okay, I think about this is the size I want. So I'm going to put a little tick here to show this is where I want to come and cut up. And then I'm going to just fold on that spot to make a little cut line. So I'm just going to fold on that spot to make my cut line. And I'm going to cut. And to make a square, all I do is take the piece I just cut, pull this bottom piece up, and I'm going to draw a line here. Now, I don't know if anyone can see, there's my dog here sneaking into the picture. I'm having a hard time with the craft today because someone really wanted to sit on my lap. So it's a little trickier for me to do this craft. I apologize. So all I've done is drawn that line and then cut it out. You could use a ruler to do this, or even you can just try to eyeball a square. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a complete square. But once you have this, you know that you are ready. And then we are going to use this little leftover piece, and I'm going to fold that in half. Whoa, my dog just about fell off my lap here. I'm going to go to the bottom here, and I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to curve up, stop at a tip point here, and then curve back down. And I'm going to cut that out. There we go. My next part is going to be making a little bit of a cut here because I need part of this piece. So what I want to do is I want to roll a little bit of my page over, and then I'm going to be gluing it down. So I want to roll a little bit over. I need to know how much that's going to be. So I just take it and I roll a little bit over. Now when you're rolling, you're deciding, is it going to fit a little bit over this side and a little bit over this side? So you can see that it does. So this is the side that I'm rolling over. Then I'm going to put a little mark here where I stopped my roll. And then I'm going to use my paper to fold again to try to make a nice straight line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm going to cut. On that line. Okay. I'm going to take that I just used so I don't get it mixed up with my other pieces. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the long side. Oh, my puppy just dropped down there. Well, didn't drop, he jumped down because he doesn't like that he's uncomfortable. I'm a little uncomfortable too. I'm going to, so it's easier to do the craft now, sorry. So I'm going to take this side and I'm going to roll, 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 roll until I get to the part that I glued. Then I'm going to stick my finger on one side and the other and just see if I can get that all to stick. Just gently pushing down. You don't want to push too much because you don't want the paper to fold, but if it does happen, don't worry. There, I have that rolled. So that's going to go here. Let's just move it to the side for a moment. And let's take this page here and we're going to fold this. Now I want my page to be pretty on the long end here. So this is a little bit longer. This is a little bit shorter. So this is longer. This is shorter. And I'm going to fold left to right here. On this fold line is where I am going to draw. So on that fold line, I am going to go maybe about, not quite half, this is half, so maybe about a quarter of the way down. I'm going to go to that fold line and I'm going to come and curve up. So I'm curving up right to the tip. I'm then going to kind of curve back down. So I'm curving, I don't know if you can see this very well with my pencil. Back down, and then I'm going to go straight down. So I'm just going to say that again. I started about a quarter of the way up. I curve to the end. I'm going to curve back in, and then I'm going to curve straight down. And then I'm going to cut that out. And when I open it up, ta-da! There we go. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to grab my red and I'm going to make a mouth. To do that, I'm going to fold my red in half and I am going to go to the folded side. So this is the folded side. I'm going to just start probably in the middle and just curve down. So I started in the middle and I just curved down. And we're going to cut that out and we can fix this if it's too big or too small when we're done. If it's too small, you have to redo it, but it should be fine. This is going to be my mouth. So you can either keep it that big or make it a tiny bit smaller. I sometimes feel like I want a little bit more room on this outside because I feel like the mouth is too big. So I'm just going to trim mine a little bit here, make it a little bit smaller. You decide. And then I check again. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. I could even go a little bit smaller, but I think I'll leave it. So when you're happy with that, now you're ready for the eyes and the teeth. So the first thing I'm going to do is trim a little bit of my white off. And I'm going to put this to the side for my eyes. And now I'm going to make my teeth. So I'm going to take my white, I'm going to fold once. I'm going to fold twice. And I think I'm going to fold one more time, so 3 times. I'm going to take my pencil and on there I am going to draw a triangle. So I'm going to use this bottom as the bottom of my triangle. I'm going to draw a little dot here and diagonal line down on one side, diagonal line down on the other side, and then cut that out. That should do it. Then I'm going to take these teeth and I'm going to place them around my mouth. Now you could do different size teeth if you wanted. You could make them jagged, like one's broken. It's completely up to you.
Oh, my video stopped taping and I didn't realize it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take those teeth, you're going to glue them on. You can glue as many on as you want. Once the teeth are on, you're going to fold the white piece of paper that you had in half. Draw a circle. I use the lid of my glue and then cut that out. And as you can see right now, I'm putting the pupils on the inside.
Now we are ready to assemble. So let's start putting everything together. So you're going to grab your glue. We're going to put some here on our tail, glue that underneath behind. And then for this piece here, I like to just put the glue right at the tip. And then carefully gluing that down, making it even on each side so it sticks out evenly. Then my eyes are going on. One end and the other. And just keep going. Add everything else on. And just a last little addition here. I am going to just move my eye down here a bit and take my black marker. You can use a crayon or a pencil crayon. Just drawing a nice thick line. And there you have it. Woohoo! Hopefully you enjoyed this craft. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to follow my channel. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.